Leeds International School. Hi children, I hope you all are doing well. Today you are going to learn about a new lesson in your Buddhism book. Primary 4 Buddhism, second midterm. The Buddhist Way of Life, Chapter 11, Prince Rahula, Scheme of Work Reference 21 to 22. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you will learn about the good qualities of Prince Rahula. Why did King Suddhodana tell Buddha to never ordain young children without the consent of their parents? Why did Prince Rahula name as the most obedient bhikkhu in the Sangha Sasana? It was after Prince Siddhartha saw the four great pre-indications that the prince decided to go in search of a way to find the truth, to find a way to stop old age, sickness and death. That day, when the prince saw the four great pre-indications, an ascetic clad in yellow robes walking calmly, collecting alms, the prince decided to follow such a path to get rid of sorrow, sickness, pain and death. Okay children, now tell me, what are four pre-indications? An old man, sick man, dead body and a monk. Why did Prince Siddhartha feel happy in fourth visit? The prince felt happy because he thought he too should become a monk like that. It was on that very day, that very moment, the prince received a message from the palace that Princess Yashodhara has given birth to a baby boy. At once, Prince Siddhartha thought it was an obstruction to his decision to leave the palace in search of the truth of life. What was the message Prince got when he was seated under the tree? Prince Siddhartha got the news that a baby son was born to his wife Yashodhara. That night, Prince Siddhartha went to see Princess Yashodhara and his son. The baby was fast asleep, cuddled by the Princess Yashodhara. But he didn't change his mind. He felt the palace in search of the truth. After that, Prince Siddhartha came to be known as ascetic Gautama. Okay children, now tell me, on which day Prince Siddhartha left the royal palace? He left the royal palace the day that the Prince Rahula born. Six years later, ascetic Gautama attained Buddhahood at Buddha Gaya under the Bo tree and was known as Gautama the Buddha. Now tell me children, where did ascetic Gautama attain Buddhahood? Ascetic Gautama attained Buddhahood at Buddha Gaya under the Bo tree. Later, the Buddha was invited to the palace by the minister Kaludai at the request of King Suddhodana. The Buddha, together with 20,000 bhikkhus, visited the royal palace at Kapilavastu on Vesak Poya day. It was very exciting for all at the palace. To where did Buddha come after 7 years from his Buddhahood? The Buddha came to Kapilavastu. Prince Rahula was watching the Buddha walking calmly with the retinue of bhikkhus. Then Princess Yashodhara said to her son, "Son, it is your father. He has wealth. Go and ask for your share." She sent her son to the Buddha. Prince Rahula went to the Buddha. He said there, "Father, your shadow is a source of happiness for me. My mother sent me to you to request you to give me my inheritance. Yes, I have attained Buddhahood under the Bo tree. I have preached the Dhamma. Come with me. It is your inheritance. I can give it to you." Okay, children, now tell me the answer for this question. As a prince, what did Rahula ask from the Buddha? Prince Rahula asked his inheritance. Arriving at Nigrodharama, the Buddha asked Prince Rahula whether he would like to become a bhikkhu himself. Prince Rahula agreed. Bhikkhu Sariputta ordained the prince. Hearing this, King Suddhodana could not bear the grief. He went to the Buddha. "Venerable Sir, parents can never bear the loss of their children's sins. The love of parents to their children penetrates through the skin and the bones to the marrow. I cannot bear this." The Buddha pacified the king and decided to make a ruling that no one should be ordained into the Buddha Sasana without the permission of the parents. This was the request of King Suddhodana. Who made Prince Rahula a novice? Venerable Sariputta made Prince Rahula a novice. What did King Suddhodana tell Buddha to do? King Suddhodana told the Buddha never to ordain young children without the consent of their parents. Another day, the Buddha saw Bhikkhu Rahula was playing with sand. The bhikkhu was throwing up the sand. "Are you playing with the sand?" "No, I threw the sand up and wishes that I get advice from the elders equal to the amount of grains in the sand that I have thrown up." The Buddha advised Bhikkhu Rahula that he should not associate with those who spoke ill of others, spoke of unnecessary things, wasted time sleeping and speaking of unnecessary things. Now tell me, children, what did Prince Rahula wish after throwing handful of sand up to the sky? He wished, "May I get advice as much as these grains of this sand." Bhikkhu Rahula was well disciplined. One day, when the Buddha came to the Aramaya, Bhikkhu Rahula brought a pot of water to wash the Buddha's feet. Bhikkhu Rahula poured some water onto the feet of the Buddha to wash the feet of the Buddha. "Rahula, why did you see that The water in the pot has got reduced after you poured some on my feet? Yes, Venerable Sir. The life of people who tell lies is also like a filled pot of water. Their lives are not complete. The life of a person who tells lies is similar to a half filled pot of water. The Buddha then spilled all the water to the ground. Now look at the pot. There is no water in the pot. Rahula, have you seen a mirror? Yes, Venerable Sir. What is the use of a mirror? I can see myself, my face, and change my looks. In a similar way, you should look into your life with a clear mind and correct yourself, preached the Buddha. Then the Buddha gave some advices to Bhikkhu Rahula. Rahula, if you are thinking of something and if it hurts yourself or hurts others, do not think of such things. Things that you do them. The words you see when you speak, if they hurt yourself or others, do not speak such words. Arhat Rahula always developed good habits. He was obedient to elders and always welcomed any advice from the elder bhikkhus. The Buddha named Arhat Rahula as the most obedient bhikkhu in the Sangha Sasana. Okay, children, now tell me some of the good qualities of Prince Rahula. Prince Rahula was well disciplined. He was obedient to elders. He always welcomed any advice from the elder bhikkhus. I hope you all have understood about the lesson well. Thank you. Goodbye, children.